Good day, podcast enthusiasts. Spotify, YouTube, X, and other podcast enthusiasts around the world. Social media like Facebook. Lawrence perspective from media, from the LM Media grouping. I have a question. I've been very disturbed by one fact that has emerged out of the British system. One particular military top official was concerned and perturbed by the recent appointment of Wes Streeting as the defense minister. My understanding is that British parliamentary systems around the world do not require the cabinet to consist of people who have a background to their particular ministries. It's basically a free-for-all, and the only requirement is that there be a member of parliament, a member of the ruling party, and also have particular skills in managing people and resources. And Wes Streeting, to me, fits that mold quite effectively. He was recently Minister of Health, where he was engaged in some successes in the NHS, including the removal of strikes by the doctors, by offering them a decent pay rise, and also by reforming the issues pertaining to the long-standing queues for surgery in the NHS system. If I compare it with America, where the Peter Hegseth, he's got a military background, and his military background obviously gives him more kudos to run defense or war effort, and in that regard he can be seen as more of a militant. However, the complementary appointment of John Healey as the current Chancellor of the Exchequer, who was recently the Minister of Defense, is sufficient, and in my mind, to complement the role played by Wes Streeting. Wes Streeting will be able to get the adequate funding that he now requires, with a shortfall of £5 billion that was envisaged. And John Healey would be quite willing to seek that funding and to raise the necessary capital or cash for an increase in their defense spending. So this idea that only military personnel should run the defense ministry is completely ludicrous. It's unheard of, it's unfounded. The idea that a civilian should run the ministry is part of the democratic process, and it forms part of how the British system works, including in other countries in the Commonwealth. The illusion is that you can't have a doctor who's in charge of health and a teacher who's in charge of education, and likewise a military man in charge of defense. That just wouldn't work. That would be very limiting on the whole democratic process, because not all members of parliament have sufficient backgrounds to cover all areas of activity in the government. So it's not everyone who can find a teacher, a doctor, or a lawyer to be in charge of various ministries, or an economist, or an engineer, for instance. So that idea is, to me, smacks of snobbery and classism on the part of the individual who said this. And I think it's incumbent upon them to simply wait and see the results of Wes Streeting's performance before they can make a judgment on whether he's qualified to run the Defense Ministry or not. In a similar fashion, we can argue that we wait to see whether John Healey will actually deliver on the Exchequer role as well. Even we can go as far as saying the Andy Burnham, his role as the current Prime Minister will be called into question because he was a mayor of a large city. To be a mayor of a large city is not the same as being the Prime Minister of a whole country. So there will be some issues there as well. But I take the view that, in all fairness, all appointments will be scrutinized, will be criticized, and will be analyzed to the nth degree, depending on who has made the announcement and the appointment. So therefore, it's a wait-and-see game. And unless you don't want to wait and see, then you'll just have to wait and see. If you get my drift. So I'll take it that we will, going forward in the next few months, we'll be analyzing, we'll be checking the performance of the individuals concerned, and we'll give them a rating out of 10 as to their performance. But I remain confident that Wes Streeting can deliver. I have every reason to believe he can. And I think all those people that are indicating that he may not are simply looking through a very narrow lens. And that narrow lens will effectively blind them and may even end up with them falling over because they can't see where they're going. I take it from there that if you enjoyed this, just subscribe, like, and view all my other podcasts available on YouTube, Spotify, X, and wherever good podcasts are found. Lawrence of the Lawrence Perspective. Thank you for your time.